Incremental greetings. Today I have something I realized quite a while, and it took me kind of long to realize. And I think that is true for many people. It's kind of misleading, especially if you have the issue that whatever you import, it kind of gets high priority, and you get like recency bias against your will, let's say, that I have seen people already with this issue. And especially once you use Control-N more than before because of the limitations of importing from Internet Explorer. So I will cover this issue in this video. So first, we will get to the root issue, that is the default concept priority. We will understand what is the default concept priority, when it's triggered, when it's not, that this is not intuitive at all in SuperMemo. So let's straight to the point. You know that here you have the default concept of this collection. That means that when you add new elements, we'll be using this concept. Kind of. Depends of how you introduce those elements in SuperMemo. There are many ways, and this is actually triggered by some of them. So this is kind of not true. Depends. So let's start. What happens with many people, including me, is that they have a dummy concept called imports, or to-do concept. That means that when I don't decide the concept yet, I have this placeholder. So everything I import goes to this, and later on, incrementally, I will decide the concept that it deserves, and so, or even though create a brand new concept. Cool. If you don't see the options right away, like now, you have to move this. I drag and hold even more. So what about default priority? What happens? Well, in this case is the root, not the best example. Okay. What happens with imports? The default priority it's 0, which happens to be the default. So if I create a brand new concept, a new group, okay, let's do that. What happens? It's 0, which is the highest priority you can get in SuperMemo. Nice. So let's continue with this. What will happen is, okay, let me import something new. In this case, I have something, one Wikipedia page in Internet Explorer. That's the old way to import. You have the minimum priority and maximum priority. To make it more obvious, let's do 90 and 99. So what will happen is that SuperMemo will be using this priority range. This is overwriting the default concept priority. Even if this article is using my new group concept, look at the priority. But now, if I do the opposite, and I just select this, let's say that I only care about this sentence, I don't want the entire thing, or I cannot run Internet Explorer, and until I wait until SuperMemo 19, whatever that may be, I use Control-N. It's called new node, Control-N. Okay, Control-N, that was, okay. What happened here? Look at the priority. 0%. It's actually the first into the queue. So in this case, I triggered the concept default priority. So, if you, for now on, use Control-N a lot, I suggest to keep an eye on the default priorities, because a lot of them, like in my case, okay, not in this case, but most of the time it will be 0, because it's the default priority when you create a concept. So all of the concepts will have 0, so they will be setting extremely high priorities. So next time, when you do your daily sessions, you will see what you imported recently, because that will be the top of your priority queue. Okay, so I changed slightly the layout, so you can see that in fact is new group, the concept is the one I created, and the other one is the same concept. So the difference is how you create the element and when this default priority is triggered. I hope this has been helpful, and remember, you can get tutoring or even mentorship about free learning. I actually did that with a few people, so that even transcends SuperMemo. Or if you prefer, you can just passively support me in Patreon and get calls or nothing if you want in return. Nothing more to add today, and see you next time.